Khamzat Chimaev vs. Robert Whittaker is a fight that has been months in the making. The clash between the former champion and the wannabe champion was supposed to ensue at the UFC's inaugural event in Saudi Arabia, but an undisclosed disease caught the undefeated, Emriti, off guard. And Ikram Aliskerov had to step in to fill the gap. Nevertheless, the promotion rebooked their fight on an amazing UFC 308 card, despite palpable doubts about Chimaev showing up to the fight. And seems like rightfully so. The MMA community was a bit skeptical considering that Borz has a record of not showing up to the fights. His pullout in June against Whittaler created a lot of doubts about his reliability even though he was suffering from illness, but will he show up at the UFC 308? Well, concerning news has been issued by the promotion which has alerted MMA fans worldwide. What's that? Let's find out. The MMA community was exceptionally hyped when Dana White announced the Khamzat Chimaev vs. Robert Whittaker fight at UFC Abu Dhabi. This match will determine the fate of these middleweight stars, as a victory would almost certainly secure a title shot against the 185-pound champion. The grand event was supposed to be headlined by Max Holloway and Ilia Topuria as well as Whittaker and Chimaev. However, it appears that the plans have changed a bit, as the promotion has now scheduled the co-main event to feature a heavyweight clash between Alexander Volkov and Cyril Gane, instead of Chimaev and Whittaker. This was rather a huge shift from the main focus considering Abu Dhabi's demography. So is Khamzat Chimaev vs. Robert Whittaker in jeopardy? Well, as of now, no such news about a fight cancellation has been announced by the promotion, but the UFC made another tweet where they showcased a photo of Chimaev and Whittaker and captioned it as, "the matchup we've all been waiting for." The general response regarding whether the fight has been cancelled is that it is still scheduled, though there is some skepticism. However, after a few moments, the promotion deleted the tweet where they changed the co-main event. This back and forth by the promotion left the entire UFC community confused, but in the end, the real news is that the fight will be happening. Well, now that the fight is happening, who do you think would win in their clash? Will Whittaker have the answer to Chimaev's wrestling? Let us find out. Khamzat Chimaev's wrestling is one of the most devious techniques in the whole MMA. Many fighters have tried their best to perform against Borz, but they failed to even dent him. However, this might change at the UFC 308 when he meets Robert Whittaker. Why? Because the fighter has yet to fight anyone who is as big as Whittaker. Regardless, the Reaper appears to have a game plan to counter Chimaev's wrestling. While having a conversation with the Submission Radio, Whittaker ascertained, "You know, you got to worry about how hard he's going to push the wrestling envelope in the first few rounds. And then what I'm going to do after that, after I stop the takedowns, after I get back up or whatever, and just taking the fight to him. You know, everyone can see how this fight's going to play out. Everyone can make a rough plan on how to approach it. So what you're thinking is probably what I'm doing." The Aussie is confident about his victory as he is currently riding a 2-fight winning streak. Regardless, what's your take on their fight? State your thoughts in the comments below.